X-ray mode is where you break down or analyze a chord in as many different ways as you can. And there are 3 ways that I recommend doing this. The first one is the most straightforward. And that is simply to, instead of thinking about the pitches as note names, think of them as numbers. So now we have what I call a chord recipe, 1, 5, 6, 9, sharp 11. Having that number sequence will make it much easier to transpose the voicing into other keys. But there are other ways of breaking down a chord besides just looking at the chord recipe. So let's go over another method of turning on X-ray mode, and that is by looking for chords within chords. So if I play this voicing again in C, well, if I just play what I have in the right hand here, that's a D major triad in second inversion. And then if I look at the bottom half of the voicing in my left hand, that's a C power chord. But there is yet another lens that we can look at this voicing through, and that is the lens of intervals. So we already talked about in the left hand, this power chord here. That's the interval of a fifth. And then you can also take note of the relationship between where your left hand and your right hand meet. So if I'm playing this in my right hand and this in my left hand, well, I can look at that meeting point between the 2 hands and note that that's a whole step. So whenever I'm building out this voicing and I get the fifth, which is the easy part, I know I have to start my right hand a whole step above where my left hand leaves off.